going on, everyone? This is day number 60. 2 months now on the road to the Billions Club. And if you're just tuning in, started this journey back on July 28th. And my intention was to put out a documentary series. I still have that intention. Right now it's just pivoted. So, the whole point of doing this was, number one, to be accountable to myself. And at that time, I had my accountability partner, my friend Paul, and we were both working on something, and we both pivoted. He's building out something right now that's going to be, very helpful to people that are entrepreneurs, and I'm building now something that's going to be helpful to, same thing, startup founders and investors globally. And really the whole mission now, I realize, is to unite founders and investors globally. To bring world-changing ideas to life and make sure that no founder gets left behind, and by providing them all the resources and support they need in order to succeed. So I'm excited, and now I think my focus is really putting on to launch the Billions Club, to have our inaugural play to pitch poker tournament, going to be reaching out to more accelerators today, following up with people that I've connected with on LinkedIn, and also to see if there's any, buddy that's essentially interested in being part of the poker tournament. I actually posted on some Facebook group yesterday, and then 2 people, responded saying that they were interested. They love the idea. So they're pretty much ready to come and play. So I'm going to get their opinion, and I'm going to see who I can also help me to organize this, and really gather some sponsorships to raise the funds, and then also some players as well, right? So I think that's the key, is like getting the people who want to play, and then also collaborate with them to help, actually build out the event, right? So, and I think that's one of the key things that I realize is, you got to serve the people and give them what they want, right? And at the same time, eventually give them what they need, right? So I think that's one of the key principles here. I heard Alex Hormozi say, when he was talking about, when he started, he was doing gyms, he'd give them what they want, in terms of doing the challenge, losing weight, and then also deliver what it is that what they need eventually, right? So that's that. You have to have that combination, right? So I'm excited about today, and I'll keep you guys posted on the rest of the journey. All right, guys, this is the end of day number 60 on the road to the Billions Club, and just a recap for today. I ended up sending quite a few messages to people, on LinkedIn, sent connection requests, mostly emails to these people, because they didn't accept my connection requests. I didn't get a chance to follow up with people that I sent the PDF to, but like the one pager, and then I got a chance to talk to a couple people. I found out a couple people that were interested in the poker tournament, and I found out there was actually a place called V Club Poker, and they're in Toronto, and they actually host poker, meetups and cash games and tournaments every week. And it's actually they actually have a co-working space for founders, in Toronto as well. So I talked to a guy. He said it's a good spot. So potentially I could collaborate with them. Now I'm gonna reach out to them at some point. I tried reaching out actually to somebody who was organizing Founder Poker Toronto, and he actually rejected the idea of the Billions Club before I shared with him the idea of doing poker and stuff. So probably I tried connecting with somebody else as well that was connected to that group, and then also spoke with a investor, somebody who does private equity, who's also watches the My First Million podcast. And one thing that he shared with me that yeah, it really made sense, because I tried to get I had a good conversation with a friend of mine, and then he had a lot of experience in like raising sponsorships, so that's really what I wanted his advice for. And yeah, he said you really have to define what it is that what you do. So when I was talking to this potential investor, and I was speaking with him, he was saying like, you gotta what's this called? Yeah, maybe you could be like the incubator for some of these funds, so that way you really incubate them, and then essentially when they're ready, they could go back to like these accelerators. And that's what I thought of in the beginning too. So, and then I was looking at I was like asking ChatGPT, like, what would be an AI type of tool that can help these founders in these early stages, like pre-incubator stage. And one of the things is like something to help them generate like a pitch deck, right? And then also some sort of roadmap to an MVP, and then eventually go into like the matchmaking, which I originally had the idea in the first place, for the Billions Club, was to develop some sort of a matchmaking platform for founders and investors, kind of like a Tinder for founders and investors. And yeah, so that's something that I might be working on in the future. But for now, I'm gonna focus on, really positioning this as the launch for like a online pre-incubator for all like accelerators and incubators and funds out there, to bring them into this community and really support them to get them ready to actually be ready for investment, right? So that's essentially what I found for today. Definitely was feeling a little bit while I was working. I think some of you guys know I'm still doing some not part-time, almost full-time. I guess I'm considered part-time because like around 30 hours a week still. And I was just definitely wasn't feeling the greatest, like in terms of like wanting, like wanting to raise capital, wanting to be able to focus on the Billions Club full time. And I think like you're gonna go through that, like feeling like, man, is this all worth it? Like you just want to give up, and but at the same time that you have to keep going, right? And especially because I have certain obligations, like with family, and definitely have to keep going for them, and also for the vision that I have, and the mission. So I think every founder experiences this. If you see it like in some of my other videos before in the past, it's there's been days where I definitely felt like giving up, and I think every founder experiences this, especially if you don't have a co-founder, or you're not doing it with a team. And even if you have a team, even if you have a company, you might still even feel those days where you're just like, man, is this all worth it? Do you want to keep going and do this, right? So yeah, I'm just being vulnerable and open with you guys, and know that this is all happening for a reason, and that the breakthrough is coming, and there's gonna be some momentum. So I know there's only like technically 5 days, not 5 days, 10 days left until the 30-day challenge is over, to raise the 50K. But anything's possible. I really believe that. So I'm gonna keep faith, and I'll keep you guys updated. And if you guys want to be part of the pitch tournament and helping me hit the 50K target, to raise money for the Billions Club, and to help me really launch this event and poker tournament, or if you know any potential sponsors, definitely reach out to me. My best way to get a hold of me is through email or phone number. You could get I check my email more often than I should. Jordan@tbclub.ca. Jordan@tbclub.ca. That's my email. And then like and subscribe. And if you want to contribute to the fund as well, you can. There's a link below. So thank you guys for following me this far. And this is the end of day 60. And I'll keep you guys posted.